What is up, YouTube? Jared here from Senior Technology Services. Today we're going to install a Nexus 7 tablet to a 2011 Ford Fiesta. So this install is going to be similar to kind of getting set up with a auto Android feature, having your Nexus or a tablet accessible in your car while you're driving to use features, whatever it is that you want to use, music, streaming, playing. I can get into the application part of it later, but today we're going to focus in on mounting the application. Mounting the tablet, excuse me. So what I've seen a lot of times, a lot of things on YouTube is they make these clips that come in here and they clip into the sides of the dashboard, and kind of you have to peel this this material apart here, slide it in, and it would kind of put the phone or tablet here. But I'm using a Nexus 7, so it's actually going to be a larger screen display than this display here. So my goal is to get it obviously in a nice place that's easy to use. I'm a very tall guy, so in my car, when I'm leaning back in my seat, this is my arm fully extended because I'm pretty much sitting in the back seat of the vehicle because of my long legs. So what I'm trying to do is not only not block anything that's already here that I utilize, some things I don't use as much, but I don't want to block anything. I want it to be a good, clean, crisp look. So what I'm going to be doing today is trying to use some good space that we have that's really not being accessed by anything. So what I'm going to do and attempt to do, and I'll show through this step by step in the videos, that we're going to mount a bracket, a special bracket underneath this lip right here. Now you might not be able to see it, it's great there. It's a poor focus to try to get that focus in, but there is about a 2-inch lip that's right here that's flat, and then it breaks into this panel here, and then there's another lip that's right here, and then the rest goes into the air conditioning control. So I thought about it. I said, man, you know what, it'd look really nice to have a Nexus tablet, a Nexus 7 mounted up right there, and just kind of essentially be sitting perfectly right there without blocking anything, without kind of getting in the way, but just kind of being utilized there. So did a lot of research online, looked at a lot of different mounts, and I actually found this awesome mount. It's right here. It's called Archon, a complete line mounting solutions accessories. This mount was actually $19.99. This is what the mount looks like on there, and it's SM628, the Slim Grip Ultra. This mount was on Amazon for $19.99, a great price. I had ordered another mount, canceled it, and then actually paid overnight to get this one. But the reason why is because you can see here it's a really compact mount. It actually has some sticky 3M solution there, and then also has screw mounts. So you're going to see I'm going to screw this and mount it actually to the dashboard so that it holds the device in the best way. But very simple process. Clicks on here, then this is the base. Very sturdy material. Man, I thought this was going to be cheap plastic, but it's actually a nice heavy duty plastic material. So another good feature. And then the rest of the items, just the clips, they just clip onto it here. And we're going to get it all mounted up. So I have a Nexus 6, so my Nexus ends up sitting right here all the time, and resting, and that's where we have our auxiliary jack, our USB port, and then our power supply. So I don't really want to put something up too far up here in the dash and kind of get it in the way. I wanted to have it right here, looking really fresh and clean on my dashboard and kind of away from everything. So I will come back in just a second. I'm going to get some installs going, but the goal to have this is we're going to end up mounting this piece right here. As you can see, I'm going to mount it somewhat to probably here, and then we're going to put the bracket on, and it's going to put the tablet up about right here, blocking this airbag sensor, which nobody pays attention to anyway. So I'm gonna get that mounted up, and then I'll come back in just a second. Alright, so here we go. I got this installed now, and I just want to tell you guys again, the hardest thing about this installation was not the tools or anything like that. It was putting this bad boy together. At the very end, once you put in the correct size clips that you need for your tablet or your phone, whatever it is that you're using, it gives you these little rubber seals to put in here. They're very small. You get 5 of them, thankfully, because I lost the first one as soon as I tried to put it in. But they're rubber, and this is a real hard plastic, so they just slip right in there. I got them put in there now. It was a pain and very difficult, but As you can see here, we now have it mounted to the dashboard. It's a great setup. Now this mount's completely adjustable, so it will tilt up and down like this. It'll actually spin, all the way around. I went ahead and tightened up everything, so I don't want to go ahead and move it. But you can see down here on the bottom, I have it screwed into the dashboard. So not only is it stuck in there with that 3M tape, but it's also screwed into the dashboard, so it's mounted very securely. This joint here can move this whole piece up and down like this, which is like that, and then you can also turn it left or right, and then this here you can turn around, all the way around in a circle. So like I said, I've got it right where I wanted it now. It took me a long time to adjust it and to screw it. So I used an electric drill to drill this to the actual dashboard, and then I went through. I have this awesome Leatherman tool that I use, which I completely love, but so basically hand tightened the rest with just a hand screwdriver, just to kind of torque it down on all of the adjusters, so it doesn't strip anything, and keeps it really good. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this down just like this here, and you can hear it when it pops in. Now it's in, it's good to go. This mount has multiple size clips, so there's 4 clips. These are the smallest ones. Like I said, I'm using a Nexus 7, so it's one of the smaller devices. You could actually put a 10-inch device on here. I want to say that it's definitely possible that you could fit one in there, because it comes with some larger mounts that they kind of extend it down even more. And then this piece here pulls down. It's spring loaded, so that's what kind of holds the pressure down on it. So I have our Nexus, which is right here. This is my Nexus 7. This is the LTE version of the Nexus, so an amazing device that I use out on the road anytime I'm traveling or doing anything, because I don't have to tether my device to it, and it's on Verizon's network, which is even pretty cool there too. What you'll see, I'm also recording this just with my Nexus 6, so let's just take a look at what the finished product looks like here. Boom, there it is, folks. That is amazing. So there's multiple ways that you can connect this to your car. This is a 2011 Ford Fiesta. It has all of the connection pieces, so you'll see you can connect it with Bluetooth or audio jack. So what I'm going to use is, because I use my my headphones. I don't use my headphones. I use my in-car audio to call my wife and talk and back and forth and things. So what I do there is get it all set up. I tried to use Bluetooth to get it hooked up, but it's not something that's working out for me really well. I'm gonna actually hardwire this device in and start using the audio. So I just have a short cable here that I'm gonna hook into my system here. That way I can still use my phone's calling preferences and audio side of it there when it comes to calling my wife or calling home or anybody, clients or anything that I'm doing back and forth, but it doesn't affect the overall use of the tablet. While I have the tablet out on the road, I know it's illegal in I think 38 states to have a device like this on video preferences and things that you can do. So very cool feature is AutoMate. It's an app that you have to get into beta on in order to use it. It's an amazing app that just came out. The UI is just so crisp and so clean. Like I said, I'm using an LTE Nexus, so it runs really fluid and smooth, and I always have service available, so I'm connected that way. But just some simple features. My favorite about this, like the phone calling feature doesn't really work too well because I don't have the ability to make phone calls. I can't change it in the settings either, so I've said something in beta that I would hope that they could add a feature that I could change that. But for those of you that are using a phone, this app is awesome. You can call some people there, and then you'll see here also the maps, which is really awesome feature. And then we've got some music, so we have our music ability to be able to play, and then also you got some favorite app abilities, so I can go into Hangouts, Netflix if I'm cruising, want my wife to watch a movie or something like that. It'll be cool. Facebook and then Chrome, so some different features there, but we can always go back to our home screen, which is when I pull out of it here, bring us right back there to where we were. So that's it.